And we're back for our daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel for June 18th. It is a Wednesday. That means every team today in Major League Baseball is playing. And of course, we've got our 5 best bets for this slate. Now, before we get to the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. We got you covered throughout the day here on Wednesday. First game at 1 o'clock between the Boston Red Sox and the Seattle Mariners. We've got best bets going throughout the entire day, with the nightcap being the Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. Do the Dodgers just own the Padres now? Like, I've been watching every game of that series, and I watched every game of the last Padres-Dodgers series, and it just feels like, I don't know, the 6th inning happens, and, oh no, the Dodgers score 5 runs and win the game. I don't know. We'll talk about that later in the video. Again, make sure that subscribe button down below for more daily MLB Best Bets. Also, yesterday, we posted our game number 6 predictions of the NBA Finals between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So go check that video out. And on Greedo Plays MMA this week, our UFC Baku Azerbaijan predictions, Jamal Hill, Khalil Roundtree in the main event. And with the PFL this week, from Wichita, Kansas, Godzilla Badanov and Kevin Lee in the main event. Both those videos are linked in the description down below. And go check out Greedo Plays. Go subscribe to Greedo Plays. Again, 100 subscribers away from 1,000. So join the first 1,000. Let's get that done over there. That would be greatly appreciated. Okay, on to the first of our 5 best bets. We said, again, we've got a bet for the Red Sox and Mariners, and here it is. Going Red Sox money line. I think this is valued pretty well. I think it's great value, excuse me. That's what I meant there. The Red Sox, prior to that loss yesterday against the Mariners, again, they lost 8-0. They were on, what, a 6-game winning streak? You get Garrett Crochet today, and I get it. Luis Castillo's pitching for Seattle, and there's the whole thing, right? I mean, Devers just played his first game with the San Francisco Giants yesterday. Shout out to Rafi cashing the player prop for us. It was over 1.5 total bases. Got that with his first ever hit as a member of the Giants with that double into the gap over in Triples Alley over in San Francisco. But regardless, right, Boston's been playing really good baseball. Obviously, they made the Devers trade in the midst of all that, which was just confusing as a whole, but that's fine. Luis Castillo's pitching today for the Mariners, and we know what Castillo is. He's great. 3.29 ERA. Last start against the Cleveland Guardians, he goes 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. I mean, the guy's pretty shut down in every single start that he has. The problem for Luis Castillo and the Seattle Mariners today, though, is that they are facing the second best pitcher in baseball, and that is Garrett Crochet. I think third. Third. Skeens, Skubal, Crochet. 2.24 ERA for Crochet. Obviously, it is a 2-horse race, in my opinion. I understand Hunter Brown's having a tremendous year. I guess Max Fried's pitching pretty well as well. But the 2 best pitchers in the American League are by far Garrett Crochet and Tarek Skubal. I say it all the time. Skubal, by the way, pitching today for the Tigers against the Pittsburgh Pirates. We have no play for that game. But anyways, Crochet is an elite pitcher in the game of baseball, right? 117 strikeouts, which is second in all of Major League Baseball, only behind the Washington Nationals' own Mackenzie Gore. Garrett Crochet will yet again leapfrog Gore for first place, and obviously both of those 2 guys are going to keep going back and forth. But we know what Crochet does. He goes in there and he's shut down. His last start against the New York Yankees, my goodness, 8 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 7 strikeouts. I mean, Crochet always puts the Red Sox in the best imaginable spot to win every single game he pitches. This is a guy who had an ERA of 2.03 in the month of May, a 1.85 ERA in the month of April. Again, best pitcher, third best pitcher in baseball. Third best pitcher in baseball. And again, Luis Castillo's been great this season. I'm not going to deny that. We know how good the entire Mariners pitching staff is, right? And they're so young as well. And there's going to be a problem that's going to emerge in a little bit about what do they do with Castillo, I think, because, because Castillo's by far the oldest guy in the rotation. Because someone's going to get bumped. It's going to have to be Luis Castillo, right? Yeah. Well, that's something down the line, obviously, for them. But regardless, I like the Red Sox a lot. I mean, if this means anything, I'm looking at ESPN's matchup predictor here. Boston Red Sox are being given a 56.3% chance to win the game. Mariners 43.7%. Obviously, that's not the reason why we're taking Boston here. We're taking Boston because of Garrett Crochet, okay? These 2 teams have split the first 2 of this set. Yesterday, obviously, the Mariners got the victory 8-0. Cal Raleigh hit a grand slam, and obviously, and that's what Cal Raleigh's going to do. He's phenomenal. Boston could not get anything going yesterday against Brian Wu, but, you don't want to mess with Wu. I mean, Wu is a very, very good pitcher for Seattle, 3.12 ERA so far in the season. He gave up 1 hit all outing long yesterday against Boston. And the Red Sox as a whole yesterday had just 2 hits. I'd expect them to turn it around today. I get it. The Boston lineup is a little shaky. The thing is, Boston, this is not a fair comp. No, it is. Boston's only 1 game over 500. They're kind of what the Twins are. Let's just be honest. Like, they have guys that you don't expect them to come through in big spots. But, guys, Toro's been 308 for them this year. Narvaez has been great. Trevor Story is only betting 230, but it feels like Trevor Story in big spots can come through at times. at times. Rafaela, if you work him into a 2-strike count, he's somehow better as a 2-strike hitter than he is up in the count, or just, you know, even like first pitch. Like Rafaela, for the most part, is a good 2-strike hitter. Like, it's just, they're a weird team, Boston. But they have guys that will come through in spots. Obviously, they lost yesterday because that was Walker Buehler on the bump. They get their best pitcher today in Crochet. The Mariners, again, the hitting has been solved for this team. And Cal Raleigh leads all of Major League Baseball at home runs. He has 27 of them. He had 6 RBI yesterday. That's crazy. But other than Raleigh, I still, you know, this team is good. JP's having a good season, but lefty-lefty matchup for Crawford today. Tellez in the lineup stole a bag last night, which was odd. I think we're okay here. Again, I think Garrett Crochet is that good. We know he's that good. Luis Castillo been having a good season, but I think Crochet outduels him tonight personally. I'm going Boston Red Sox money line, -125 in the first game of the day on the road against the Seattle Mariners. Let's move on now to our second best bet of the video. It is our Washington Nationals best bet of the day. And yeah, we're doing this. We're taking the Colorado Rockies. Okay, guys, lock in for this one. Colorado Rockies alternate over on runs. It's 4.5. It's +125. Now, the line today for the Colorado Rockies on over runs is 3.5, and it's minus, I think, 150, -145. I was like, you know what? I had to look at the alt lines, and I was like, all right, 4.5 +125. We get plus money for this? Yeah, I'm taking the Rockies. Okay, here's the thing. Mitchell Parker's pitching today for the Nationals, and I will give Parker this. He's been better once he gets past the first inning. You know, that was kind of a trend that he had going for him, right? Like the Arizona start, horrible in the first inning, but was really good late, you know, as the game went on. Same thing the Texas start on June 7th. That was not the case against the Marlins. 3 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs. Mitchell Parker gave up in 3 1/3 against the Miami Marlins. Okay. So somehow the Colorado Rockies have turned into a team filled with Barry Bonds. That's what they've been doing so far in DC. And here's the thing, guys. The Rockies in their last 3 games have gone over this line of 4.5 runs. 10 runs against the Braves in the series finale. First game in DC, they scored 6. Yesterday, they scored 10. Hunter Goodman continues to mash the baseball. Michael Toglia hit multiple home runs yesterday. Mickey Moniak's on fire at the plate. I mean, this entire team is just, what's going on? They don't look like a 16-57 team, but here we are. You know, they walked into DC with a 14-57 record, and now they've won. They've got at least the split against the Nationals. I think they're probably going to sweep, if I'm being honest with you. I don't feel that confident to go Rockies money line today because German Marquez is pitching, and for as bad as the Nats bats have been, I don't trust German Marquez. I know this is crazy talk because this is my favorite team I'm talking about. I think there's a definite world. I mean, hell, the Rockies won the first 2 games. Like, the Rockies will probably win today, but again, I just don't trust Marquez, right? Mitchell Parker is just not good, let's be honest, okay? You know, it was a cool story last season. I don't know. I kind of want to see Mitch out of the bullpen, personally. We don't have many great lefties at the bullpen. Andrew Chafin's hurt right now. Like, I would like to see Mitchell Parker move to a bullpen role just to test him out there. Like, hell, Jackson Rutledge and Cole Henry, I mean, those guys were former starters. They're just in the bullpen now. I wouldn't mind to see Mitchell Parker go in that role. The Nationals don't learn their lesson, by the way. Like, you know, we're going to still pitch the guys horrible in the first inning without trying to use an opener. Like, what would it hurt? The Nationals have never tried using an opening pitcher, but it is what it is. I think the Rockies are going to mash Mitchell Parker today. Another thing you could look at would be, yes, runs scored in the first inning. It's -115. Don't mind that at all. But sometimes I do think, oh, when are the Rockies going to turn back into the Rockies? Probably not in DC, right? Everyone's hitting the ball well, right? You look at Hunter Goodman, who's, again, batting .285, but yesterday, another home run and 3 RBI. Tyler Freeman, the rookie, I believe he's a rookie, out of Rancho Cucamonga, California. He's been killing the baseball. Had a hit yesterday. Mickey Moniak. I mean, hell, we gave a home run to Thairo Estrada. Sam Hilliard went yard. Toglia went yard twice. Guys, watching the Washington Nationals is like getting hit in the cock and balls repeatedly, over and over and over again. And it's just like, there's nothing you can do. You just gotta sit there and just keep getting hit in the balls. Like, it's the worst. It's an excruciating feeling watching this damn team try to play the game of baseball. Guys, the Colorado Rockies, this is a team that plays at elevation. They play in Denver every single game, or every other game, obviously. They set their franchise record of home runs in a single game yesterday in Washington, D.C. You know how crazy this is? Okay, 1, it's not even in Colorado. This team plays at elevation every single game, okay? 2, this is a team that walked into D.C. with a 14-57 record, and they set their franchise high in home runs in a single game? I mean, how big of a disgrace are the Washington Nationals? What is this? I mean, are you kidding me? How god-awful are we? And have no changes had been made. There was, I believe her name is Chelsea James, went on local DC radio, and they asked her, she's got sources, they asked her, what is the percentage that Davey Martinez is going to be fired at the end of the season? She went, not that great. Essentially, that's what she said. I forget the exact number she gave. He's going to stay. He's got permanent job security. So the thing is, nothing's ever going to change. And by the way, her reasoning for why the Nationals aren't going to fire Davey Martinez is because the Lurners don't want to spend money, because they don't want to go out and actually try to hire a manager. They don't want to have to spend money on a manager, something that Dusty Baker really wasn't concerned about back in the day. Davey wasn't concerned about, but they don't want to actually go out there, look in the job market, and get a manager to this baseball team. It's an absolute joke. Mark Lerner, sell the goddamn team. It's embarrassing. So the losing streak's up to 10. This team was at one point 3 games under 500. They're 13 games under 500. I like the fake comeback, by the way, in the bottom of the ninth. That was nice. The boys are battling. If I have to hear the boys are battling one more time. It's a joke. It's a joke. Anyways, we're going Colorado Rockies again, over on the alternate run line today. Just trust me, guys. Mitchell Parker's pitching. Trust me. I'm not going to go Rockies because, as we saw in the bottom of the ninth yesterday, right, the Rockies bullpen is horrible. They are going to give up runs, okay? And yeah, I think the Rockies probably win today. But I think the safer bet is, all right, let's just hope for a shootout. Mitchell Parker, we know he's not very good. And right now, Hunter Goodman looks like the next, he looks like, he's unpitchable right now, We're making this guy look like Gary Carter back there. It's insane. I believe Gary Carter was, Gary Carter was him. Yeah. It's just, I can't do it. If I'm not mistaken, Gary Carter is more known for being a defensive catcher. I know he can hit as well, but that wasn't the best. Buster Posey. There we go. Anyways, let's move on to our third best bet of the video. We're going Toronto Blue Jays money line here at home against the Arizona Diamondbacks. There's a couple reasons for this. Toronto won yesterday, actually. They walked off Arizona. It was a Addison Barger home run. Bo Bichette goes yard in the ninth. Barger then the next batter goes yard. So Toronto entered the bottom of the ninth down by 2 runs. They were down 4-3. They're down 4-3. Bichette goes yard. The next batter, Barger, goes yard. So Toronto wins the game off of, it was Shelby Miller, was it not? Yes, it was Shelby Miller. Good one for the Blue Jays. I mean, it's just the Diamondbacks bullpen implodes again. It's just what they do. Their lineup's great. I think they're much tougher to play in Arizona. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, their stats and their records don't entirely indicate that, but I just feel like that is a team that if you walk into Chase Field, it is brutal. I mean, the Mariners and Padres both kind of felt that last week. On the road, I just don't think they're the same, obviously. We know what they bring, obviously. This is an aggressive hitting team. They're going to put runs on the board. But can they keep up with the amount of runs Eduardo Rodriguez is going to give up this game? Now I get it. Rodriguez has been much better in his last 2 starts, and we did fade Rodriguez in his last start against the Seattle Mariners. Didn't go well for us. All right, the Mariners just couldn't score against the guy. It was just ridiculous. I don't care. This guy does have an ERA of only 3.1, in the month of June. His ERA in the season is still 6.27. He's not good. And the thing is, unlike the Mariners, who can have nights where they're just god-awful hitting, and also, okay, guys, the 2 teams that Eduardo Rodriguez has pitched well against so far in the month are the Seattle Mariners and the Cincinnati Reds. Okay, 2 teams at their best can be really good. Hell, the Reds cashed for us yesterday, obviously. But at their worst, they're horrible, right? The Mariners will have games where they just cannot put the barrel on the ball. Same thing with the Cincinnati Reds. The Blue Jays, really, I mean, they will have their games, but this is a team that, I mean, if you put a bad pitcher on the mound, they're going to execute. And especially because the game's in Toronto as well. I mean, just, again, we talked about this lineup. There's so many guys in this lineup who I think are going to destroy Eduardo Rodriguez. I'm looking at Bo Bichette. Hell, Addison Barger, obviously, with the game winner yesterday. Vlad Guerrero, obviously. I mean, he's a 281 hitter this season. Alejandro Kirk, batting .310. George Springer. Andres Jimenez, he'll barrel a ball every once in a while. Ernie Clement has been playing pretty solidly as well. I mean, there's just guys in this lineup who I think are going to really make it rough on Eduardo Rodriguez personally. And I get it, right? I mean, I look at this D-backs lineup, and obviously it's loaded, right? Everyone can hurt you. Corbin Carroll can hurt you. Ketel Marte can. Perdomo, Naylor, Gurriel, Suarez, everyone. Alec Thomas, he can burn you with the speed, obviously. I mean, really everyone right now but Jose Herrera. Jose Herrera is just an automatic out. But anyways, Eric Lauer's pitching, or he's starting or opening for the Blue Jays. Obviously, he's just a relief pitcher. I wouldn't expect him to go more than 4. So I don't really, that's not fair to call him a relief pitcher. He is, but he'll go 4 innings, and he'll give you a good 4 innings. Then obviously Toronto's going to go to their bullpen. He has not gone more than 4 in any start so far this year. But Lauer with a 2.37 ERA, last open against the St. Louis Cardinals on the road, goes 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Not great, but I mean, start before that, openers before that. I believe he's at the bullpen against the Twins, I think he was. But I mean, as a whole, 2.37 ERA for Lauer. I think platooning against, going bullpen game against Arizona, I actually don't mind because you're able to play so many matchups with this team because they are an aggressive hitting team, because they are going to put the ball in play, because they do kill you with their speed as well, and they just have so many guys who can hurt you. I don't mind playing the matchups entirely the entire game for Toronto. They're at home. They're, building off some momentum yesterday, walking off Arizona in a game that they felt like they were going to kind of lose. Don't look now, the Blue Jays are 6 games over 500. This is a good baseball team this year. They really are, It was a make or break year, obviously, prior to the Vladdy extension, and now it's like, all right, well, Vladdy's back. Now we know Toronto is going to be, they're going to be a fixture for a very long time again, right? We didn't know if they were going to go back in the rebuild mode or whatnot. Now, like, the Blue Jays, they are a team to stay now. I think they're going to beat Arizona today. I think it's great value. -115 for the Toronto Blue Jays at home in Toronto, Ontario, against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Guys, Canada needs something, right? Edmonton loses in the Stanley Cup last night. It's McDavid's 0-2 now in the Stanley Cup. My goodness, the Florida Panthers are putting a team together, man, every single year. But yeah, Canada hasn't won a Stanley Cup since the 90s. Like, Toronto and Canada just in general need something. Yeah, not Toronto. Canada needs something. Blue Jays got us tonight. Anyways, let's go on to our 4th. Hey, hockey's an American sport, is it? Mm-hmm. Anyways, shout out to the Chucks. Anyways, let's go to the nerfy of the day. We go to Arlington, Texas for the Kansas City Royals and the Texas Rangers. I like this play a lot. I like the 2 starting pitchers, Chris Bubich, Patrick Corbin. The hard part's going to be Patrick Corbin, but honestly, I don't mind the hard part being Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin's been very good this season. I mean, trust me. If you've been watching the channel, you've heard my long rants about Patrick Corbin and the fact that he left the Nationals, and obviously he was the worst pitcher in the MLB with the Nationals, and now he's more than serviceable for Texas. He's an automatic 5 innings, and he's going to go 5 innings. He'll likely only give up 3 runs max, and he's just, again, he will go out there, he'll eat innings for you, and he's going to do his thing every 5th day. We need Patrick Corbin to be good for 1 inning. Likely this is going to be the toughest inning he's going to have to face because the guys in the lineup. It's so important that Patrick Corbin in the top of the 1st gets Jonathan India. It just is, because if you put India on base, then okay, a Witt-based knock puts him 1st and 3rd, right? If you give up a hit to Bobby Witt with the bases empty, that sucks, but it's not the end of the world. If you put Jonathan India on base, that's brutal. So we're hoping Corbin get India. If he gives up a hit to Witt, it is what it is. Then we got to deal with the Garcia matchup. But then again, then it's Pasquantino and Perez. Normally, I'm like, crap, Vinny Pasquantino in the 4. Lefty, I don't mind it with Corbin. Corbin pitches really well against left-handed bats this season, of course. It's just the weird, arm slot of Corbin and just the windup and everything. That slider away is nasty and the slow change. I don't mind Patrick in a matchup with Pasquantino. And then if we get to Salvi, Perez actually has gotten it going big time recently. 2 home runs yesterday in the win over the Rangers. Due for some regression. So I'm okay with Corbin. Again, it all starts really for me with Jonathan India. If you put Jonathan India on, you really need to get the Witt out. And even that, you need the Garcia out as well, I feel like. I don't know. But ultimately, I do think Corbin's going to be able to get India, so I think we should be fine there. And then on the flip side, right, Chris Bubich is one of the best pitchers in baseball, has been one of the best pitchers in baseball this season. His last start did not go so well. We did actually pick the Royals that day against the New York Yankees, and Bubich only went 4 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs. It wasn't good. The lefty out of Cupertino, California, has been great this season, right? I mean, he's 5th in all of baseball in ERA at 1.92. Again, I mean, I can read you the list of guys who have a lower ERA than Chris Bubich. It's all elite pitchers, right? It's Kodai Senga, Paul Skeens, Hunter Brown, and Max Fried. Again, an elite list of guys. Bubich has been excellent. Whip is at 1.07. By the way, I didn't even mention this, yesterday, earlier with the Washington Nationals. I'm sorry, I just have to because it reminded me. Guys, Senzatella, the pitcher that the Nationals faced yesterday, had a 2.2 whip, and the Nationals scored 0 earned runs off of him. 2.07 whip, or 2.27 whip. 0 earned runs. Way to go. Anyways, I just had to get that in there. Chris Bubich, though, I mean, what a guy, man. 2 starts prior to the Yankees game. Actually, hell, 3 starts, and I said this going to the Yankees game. This is why I felt pretty good about Bubic going to the Bronx and pitching well. He didn't. But here, okay. Bubic in the 3 starts prior to the Yankees series, or Yankees game, 21 innings, 2 runs against San Francisco, Minnesota, and Detroit. That's hard to do, and he's going to give you a good 9 strikeouts every game, too, it feels like. Bubic is great, man. He really is. Shout out to, again, the Cupertino, California resident. I saw him walking at my high school once upon a time. I was at baseball practice in the batting cage, and there was Chris Bubic. Gonna walk on the track at my high school. It's crazy. Anyways, I think we're gonna be fine here. Chris Bubic, this is the easy part of the nerfy, okay? Guys, we saw Texas's offense yesterday. They scored 1 run in 9 innings. You know, it was a 4th inning Ozuna base knock, but really Corey Seager just scored an error, okay? The matchups Bubic is going to get, Evan Carter, probably. No, Evan Carter, no. With the left on the mound, they're not going to go Evan Carter in the 1. They're probably going to lead off Haggerty then, I'd assume. Because, yeah, Haggerty and Carter's just a platoon. So it'll be Haggerty, Langford, Seager, Semien. That's fine. I'm so serious. That's fine. Langford, for as good as I think he's going to be, he's batting .230 in the season. Haggerty's a .240 hitter. Corey Seager, lefty. Marcus Semien's been better, don't get me wrong, but still, like, Semien in the 4, and then past that, I mean, my goodness. Again, we're not going to see these guys in the first inning, because if we do see these guys in the first inning, it's trouble, but Adolis Garcia, Jake Berger, Ozuna, batting 161, Jonah Heim, Ezekiel Duran, I don't know. How is this team 500, and how do they beat the Nats 2 of 3? Well, the Nats suck. Yeah, I'm fine with this, though, right? Give me the 2 southpaws here and Bubic and Corbin to go out there and get us 6 outs. By far, the toughest task is going to be with Patrick Corbin. We saw Salvi go yard yesterday. We saw Bobby Witt Jr. go yard yesterday. We just need Corbin to get Jonathan India, and then it becomes a lot more manageable. Because, okay, if you put Witt on and he's on first, all right, we can deal with it. You put Jonathan India on, ooh, we're in trouble. But again, I'm willing to play the odds at -125. Need to get back on track on the nerfies. I know. It's been rough. Trust me. Okay? Like, I know. Let's get back on track. Okay. Final best bet of the video. Let's go to our best player prop of the day. Yeah, I'm going Manny Machado over 1.5 total bases today. I was thinking of going Freddie Freeman or Will Smith, but I was like, Stephen Kolek's actually been doing a really good job recently for the Padres, with the exception of that Diamondbacks game last Friday. And Emmett Shaheen is going to be pitching today. He's back. I see. Okay. I think I thought about going Padres money line, but like, this team just can't beat the Dodgers right now. They've lost, what, 4 of 5 against the Dodgers this season? They had that one blowout win where Cease pitched really well, but Monday they lose, and just they have the lead in every game early, and the Dodgers just come storming back. I kind of think the Padres are going to win today, but I just can't trust it, man. I can't trust it. Yesterday, man, for the Padres, so many missed opportunities. You had the bases loaded in back-to-back innings. And guys, Xander Bogaerts, that guy, that's the worst contract in baseball. Well, other than Rendon. How many years does Rendon have left? 2? Like, Xander Bogaerts is legitimately, when Rendon's contract is up, that is by far the worst contract in baseball. I don't know what he does for this team. I'm so serious. He has 2 home runs in the season. He bats .218. That guy needs to be batting in the 8 spot every single day. Why? Oh, because Martin Maldonado starts every day for this team too. Okay, the Padres, I'm going to be so serious here about the Padres. I think they probably win today, just because Shaheen's coming off the IR, or IL. He hasn't pitched since, this September of last year. Or did he pitch in October? He might have. No, definitely not. Yeah, he hasn't pitched since September. No, he pitched in... Did he pitch last year in the playoffs? He did. He did pitch in the playoffs. He hasn't pitched since 2023. I'm tripping. My goodness. Yeah, I don't know why I thought he pitched last year. It's been a whole year since Emmett Shaheen's pitched. Oh, God. Yeah, he's not going to go... So here's the thing about the Dodgers, okay? So I don't know how their bullpen's doing it and how they're just fine against San Diego. And I know why, because the Padres lineup, and trust me, I'm going to get to Manny Machado in a second, but it's just like, they've gone so deep into the bullpen in these first 2 games, okay? Right? They go pretty much bullpen game yesterday. Shohei pitches 1 inning, so they've gone back-to-back bullpen games. Shaheen's pitching for the first time in 2 years today. He's not going to go more than 3 innings, so they got to immediately go back to their bullpen. I don't know. It's just like, the Padres have got to win one eventually, right? So here's my thing. You're going to see a back-end bullpen today. Manny Machado should nuke these guys, okay? Guys, Machado, there's not a lot going right for the Padres right now, okay? I'm seeing Padres fans compare this to 2023. And honestly, like, I laugh about it because I hate the San Diego Padres. I hate the Dodgers more, though. So it is what it is. I will say, I don't miss Padres and Dodgers games. They're electric, okay? As a fan of the sport of baseball, I dislike both the teams. I watch every single game, though, because, like, by the way, there might be a fight today, okay? I mean, I don't know how, by the way, the Dodgers plunk Jose Iglesias yesterday after both teams get warnings, but nothing happens. Like, what are we doing? Like, huh? The Dodgers plunked. They hit Tatis first. But here's the thing. Machado, batting .316. He's been one of the best hitters in baseball over the last month. Hit a home run in Monday's game as an opposite field shot, like the shortest possible homer you can hit at Dodger Stadium, opposite field and right. I think Machado is going to have multiple base knocks tonight. He is on like a 6-game hitting streak, but he's only had 1 hit in each of those games. I think Machado gets multiple today. I think the Padres are sick and tired of losing to this team, and they're going to see a guy on the mound today, and Emmett Shaheen, who hasn't pitched in 2 seasons, and they're going to be like, all right, like, we got to win one eventually, right? Stephen Kolek's going for San Diego. Not like, again, we're picking the money line here, but Kolek's been good prior to this. I think a lot's building for the Padres right now. All right, and there's so much put on Manny Machado right now and Tatis and Arise. Let's just be honest, okay? And Gavin Sheets. But once you get past those 4 guys with Jackson Merrill out right now, my goodness, the bottom of the lineup is just, it's automatic outs for San Diego. So that's why it's so important that Machado gets going, and I think Machado is going to be forced to try to put on the backpack today. Because, guys, the bottom of the San Diego lineup is so horrible. Guys, Crone Zone's done great things for the Padres, but Crone Zone's pretty automatic out right now. Bogarts, Iglesias, Tyler Wade, Lockridge, great fielder, but Brooks came in and hit a pinch hit home run yesterday. Interesting. Oh God, Ben Johnson had a hit too. Sorry, Bryce Johnson, but still, I mean, again, Bryce Johnson's batting. The Maldonado, Elias Diaz. I don't know what's Edwin Perez. Elias Diaz platoon is just, it's not working. I don't even know if Campusano is still there. It's just like, why were you carrying a third catcher? Campusano, I've been waiting for Campusano for years. God, man. There's a lot of pressure on Machado, who's batting .316 in the 3 spot. You know, the one thing I'm a little concerned about here is, will the Dodgers just start walking Machado? Because, like, all right, we walk Machado, we're going to take our chances with Sheets, and then we get automatic out Xander Bogaerts. Guys, I thought designated hitters were supposed to hit the baseball and not hit into double plays every single given opportunity. Guys, Bogaerts stranded 7 guys yesterday by himself. Anyways, Manny Machado over 1.5 total bases. Again, Machado minus 105. You know, let those boos get to you, Manny. We need a homer tonight or multiple base knocks. I think I'm going to go multiple base hits is my guess for Machado today. But hey, Devers did it yesterday for us with a double. So regardless, folks, that'll do it for MLB Best Bets. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. We'll be back tomorrow for more daily MLB Best Bets. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.